All right. Okay, I'm back now. So,
Okay.
yeah, I got your call and your voicemail message. You were telling me to call you that you were call you as soon as possible and that you were in a hurry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing. I was just supposed to clean up a little bit in that agency there
What agency?
on the airfield.
Okay,
That,
which airfield?
it was right here, and
So
anyway,
okay.
that's not anything to worry about. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I was just trying to make sense. So, all right, I think I got you. So you are now doing airfield maintenance.
Not maintenance, but sort of. Yeah. I don't think I'll be doing this a lot because there's other things I'm working on too. But anyway, how have you been?
I've been busy. It's been a little rough last. He's been having a few episodes at night where
Yeah.
so we're trying to work on that, and he has some medications that kind of help with all that.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Otherwise, what other projects you been working on?
Well, I'm just. How would I describe this thing? I'm just doing work at what?
Well, is that the airfield, or are you working on airplanes too?
Not on the exactly. No, we're just. We've been. I don't know. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you know,
Well,
it keeps.
what are some parts of it?
Well, the what would you call it? Hold on a minute. Well, tell me what it is then. You don't work at any airport. Well, tell me what to tell them. I can't tell you what to tell them. Okay, I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of semi-retired, if not sooner. But that's keep working, getting things done. So how are you doing?
Well, I've been doing okay, other than the grandparents' trouble.
Yeah.
There was some concerns about housing. I also wanted to ask you because we were in the middle of a conversation yesterday, and you couldn't finish the conversation because of a movie, but we were talking about, I believe it was Whispering Pines, and we were trying to. Oh, what's that?
I was saying that Whispering Pines was where uh, granddad and grandma and us wee kids were busy trying to get finished with high school and all that stuff, and so far, so we got through it, and everything was fine. But it's just there's so many little corners that you have to keep playing. So how are you doing though? What's going on in your schedule?
Well, been busy with the grandparents. Now who I had a lady call by. She was trying to talk to you. I think it was Hayoko, or I'm trying to remember, Sarah Lee.
Okay, I don't know those people. I don't recognize them.
Well, they said that they spoke with you recently, and that that you had tried to call them back, and when they tried to return your call, the number was not working.
Well, it's one of those lines you get on airport things, and so I had no reason why they wanted to call me other than.
Well, it's probably in regards to the airport, because what are you doing there now?
Nothing.
Oh, you said you were doing the maintenance for the Which department?
No, it's. I'm not doing any kind of that kind of stuff anymore. If ever I had done any, I mowed the yard and that's about it. So don't. It's nothing.
Whose yard?
Well, it's in the airport. It's a small field, and I don't know why they putting me into something like that because I'm not doing it.
Well, they are probably from the team. Let's see here, because I had a message from her too, and she says those are the Roblox TikTokers that you should be aware of that you were working with.
Oh, I don't know what they were doing. It's just silly. Somebody comes in and cuts the grass or something.
Well, they said they were part of the Roblox TikTokers team, so because they called you and you were talking with them, and they directed, or you had asked for them to get in contact with. And another question. So we were trying to figure out the other day, when were you going from Whispering Pines to? Because I think you went to Whispering Pines to Salisbury, if I'm correct, right?
Well, yeah. When we moved in, it was a very small. It's not. So it's really not much of an airport, if you want to call it that. You can fly out to a slightly bigger airport, but it's just not a. I don't pay any attention to it. I don't fly on planes hardly, if ever. So anyway, you can just forget about that experience.
Right, but when did you go from Whispering Pines to Salisbury, though?
Salisbury is just 25 miles, or maybe a little less than that, outside of Charlotte.
Right, it's north.
They had this little small airfield. I don't even know. I have seen it once in the air, and that's it.
Right, but where do you know where? So we're asked. Well, two questions actually. First is, do you know where's Hayoko or where she went? And but when did you move to Salisbury?
Salisbury. That's what meeting went to college. Salisbury is just outside of nowhere. It's got a small, tiny little airport, and
well, who has the airport, Salisbury or Whispering Pines?
Salisbury. Whispering Pines had a little small one, a smaller one even.
Oh, so you worked on both of them?
Well, it's not that far away. If you step on one, you step on the other almost. And it was very, very, very small. It was people who drop in on the airport and park their plane for a few days or something like that, and then fly out again when they're done playing golf.
Oh, so they're playing golf and then they go to the airport and they fly out?
Yeah.
So that's where they went?
That's where people go, yeah.
So are they okay. So like, how often was this? Was this a daily thing, or was this
Well, you'll probably have, as I recall, you might have 4 flights in and out in a week. It's not much travel.
Right, but you had, if I'm not, well, I'm trying to think if this was in the 80s or the 90s. You had
it was 1940. Let me think when that was. 65, 67, right around there, and I guess they might still occasionally have something with the capacity to send a plane out, and I don't know what they're doing now. That's a long way away, so I don't know. It's small and it probably will crash when shortly.
Who, the plane?
They don't. It's a small plane for people who go out to play golf and then go home.
But well, why would the plane crash?
Well, I'm just saying it's not well. It's a small, tiny little thing, and you just have to keep your eyes open.
Right. I mean, certainly, because I know how they're putting them together now. Did you hear that Alaska Airlines, one of their doors fell off mid-flight?
Yeah, I heard that.
So I'm not surprised too.
Yeah.
But when did you go to and start doing work in Salisbury with the colleges?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
Because you moved to Salisbury first, or were you somewhere else before you went to Salisbury?
I was working in that area. I was getting paid somewhat there, and so eventually they got enough mobility to get 3 or 4 ships, planes a week, maybe. So it's not worth even identifying it hardly.
So they had both planes and ships coming there?
Ships meaning what? They come in and they go out. That's about all I can tell you about it. I didn't fly in it. I think one time I flew out.
Oh, so what? Okay, so then how did you get to the point where you were going to the colleges?
Well, I was teacher.
Right, you were doing was it psychology, right?
I was part of the Livingstone College.
Okay.
And it's not that much. We had maybe 100 faculty members.
Right.
And that's it. There's no airplane stuff going on that was aware of.
Right, but how did you get into the college?
I drove.
You drove, okay, and you drove from where?
From, where Whispering Pines is?
I know that. I kind of know the area on the map.
Yeah, that's on it's in a, it's adjacent to a lake, and that's why some people come in once in a while.
Yes, I do remember that because it was near like a reservoir from what I was looking at the other day.
Well, they put a dam across it and made it deeper.
Right.
Slightly.
Now, well, tell me a little bit about how did you get to teaching? Was there a job and you applied for the job and you got it, or was it more of kind of a mutual connection, or how did that work?
The job was Livingstone College.
Right, but how did you get into doing that job?
I was the head of the department.
Okay.
So, and I had maybe 8 people in my department. It's small.
Right, but how did you get into that profession?
I was teaching.
Well, right. Well, I'm asking is how did you get into teaching?
Well, when I got out of college, I got into education.
Oh, okay, I see. And you were in college where?
About 4 or 5 yards. No, I shouldn't say that. My parents' house was 5 miles from the airport.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good, but I only flew out of there one time.
Where'd you fly to?
I don't remember. It's like maybe Raleigh, and then turn around and come back.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yep.
But okay, so where were you studying?
I was done studying. I was teaching other people.
Well, I understand you that after you were finishing with your studies, you went to start teaching at Livingston
Teaching.
College.
And what I taught was psychology.
Right. But how about like, well, so which college were you going to in studying psychology though?
That was psychology was God. I came out of Georgia.
Okay. Well, wait, where? When did you go to Georgia?
Well, I did it right after psychology was finished, and I got a degree.
Right out of
And
Georgia, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and that that's about it. It's a small school. Now Georgia is a bigger school, much bigger school, but uh, you just pay. If they pay you, and you go and get a course, and then when it's done, a, you get the opportunity for money. You know how that works. It's just like a teacher, except
Well, I guess I'm kind of curious why you chose to go to Georgia versus North Carolina or South Carolina, or well, essentially other states. Was it there? Did they have a better program?
because the education there at Georgia was a good school.
Right.
That's it. They paid me. I taught the courses.
Okay. And how long were you teaching?
Oh my God, I think I stopped about 20 years ago, but it's
Well, were you teaching solely psychology, or were you doing other areas as well?
I was teaching psychology, and that's pretty much it. A little bit for support of the education program.
Okay. Now, I'm curious, why did you choose to go with Livingston College versus, say, other colleges in the area?
Because I was 5 miles from the transportation I was using. A
So,
small planes or a small road or whatever. But it's not that big. It's a small school. How many people can you get them together to do 100 students?
I'm sorry, how many students you did to do what now?
I had classrooms that were populated by students who were maybe 60 to 70 kids.
Oh, so that was the classroom size.
It's small.
Oh, that's the student body?
This is Georgia, University of Georgia. That's about as big a place as possible in that small area.
Okay.
The football team was there. That was enough to keep people interested.
Right.
But anyway, so what have you been doing? How's everything for you?
Well, again, it's been, tough with the grandparents because of Diedo's restlessness. He likes to act up a lot, and he's been mainly doing it at night, which, gives problems to us because we're having trouble with sleep or quality of sleep. And he also has been having these, well, we luckily we were able to finally get him to the doctor. That's probably the biggest challenge that we had, because he did not want to do any sort of walking or get out of the house or, be at all physically mobile.
Yeah.
Which is a big concern for us because, we need him to be mobile.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Sasha, I'm going to have to run because I've got to get my stuff in order.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you in a couple of days or so, depending on what it is I have to do.
All right. Now you told me to call you back during the evening. You told that's what you left me in the message.
I know. That was. I'm not going to do it to you. so let me get my stuff organized, and we'll see what's going on.
Okay, sure.
All right, boy. Stay good.
All right, you keep it all good yourself too.
All right, see you.
All right, well, you take care. Oh man, working at an airport. All right, I got to call back mom right quick. See what's going on here. Алло. Алло, привет, как дела?
Нормально. Просто поехали. Сели такой монорейл, тут идет от гостиницы. То стрип. Вышли на самой последней остановке и пошли пешком смотреть просто всякие там гостиницы. Ну, то, что я тебе видео присылала, это то, что мы видели.
Да. Ой, слушай, такой смешной, страшный разговор пошло с папой. Он мне звонит срочно, типа, мне надо срочно ему перезвонить. Я ему звоню, и он начинает мне какой-то дур болтать, что он работал на аэропорту, косил трава там на какой-то airfield. Ну да, какой-то, не знаю, какой delusion или чего, ну что такое придумать, и мне звонит, что срочно мне надо ему перезвонить, это вообще странно.
Это все, что он хотел тебе сказать?
Да, что он якобы в какой-то на аэродроме там был, где-то там летал, и что он якобы там траву косил. Что это была его какая-то работа, и что он каждый день там шел, какие-то там 5 миль до аэродрома, и что он там траву косил якобы.
Ну, вообще галлюцинации.
Ага.
Delusional полностью.
Ну да.
Страшное дело.
Ну да, что вот так срочно, типа, мне перезвони, а вчера он что-то мне звонил и стал мне болтать про какой-то housing history, что он жил в Whispering Pines, потом вдруг из ничего какой-то злость пошло дикий, типа, не мешай мне, я смотрю фильм.
Смотрит кто?
Фильм, кино, фильм. Да, странно вообще. Да. Ой, слушай, мам, дай-ка я перезвоню через минуту сейчас. Oh, man. Yeah, we were talking Russian, Maxer. Yeah, my dad's going real mad, real sped, talking about, oh, I work at an airport mowing some lawns. Oh, 1 foot was in one airport, 1 foot was in another airport. It's a small airport. I walked 5 miles to get to the airport because it was from my house. Oh, man, that is crazy, though. Yeah, that's what he literally was just saying on the phone call and talking about, because what I was trying to get him to do was, one, tell me why he literally called me, and I have the voicemail message here too. This is what he said here.
Hey, Sasha, this is your dad. Call me tonight.
Yeah, and then he was sending me text messages saying that I needed to call him back as soon as possible. And he just went on this huge rant of him saying, oh, I work, at an airport now. And the dude just never worked at an airport. He's never been to an airport. And I'm trying to figure out what in the world he's on about, talking about I went to this airfield. I was part of the maintenance crew on an airfield and I was mowing some grass. Talking talking crazy. And then last night, when we talked to him a little bit, he got almost ticked off because I was trying to get some questions out of him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm watching a movie. Don't bother me watching my movie." It just didn't make any sense at all. But yeah, that's what's been going on. And Max, are you saying I got surgery on my eye a couple of days ago? What kind of surgery? Was it what, cataracts or what's it called? There's a few other eye illnesses or diseases, but yeah, hopefully everything's going well there. But yeah, that's what's been going on. And just out of the blue, out of nowhere, he started calling me up and texting me saying that's what he was trying to like, I guess, have me resolve for him. Talking about, oh, I'm working on a few projects right now with the airport. I don't know what kind of nonsense he's on right now, but I don't quite know. But I know I had surgery on my lazy eye. Yeah. Oh man. Hopefully that's all going well. Hopefully that fixes everything that's going on with you. But yeah, my dad, I don't know why in the world he did that. I even have the thumbnail. I had to like quickly make the live stream because he was like calling me up too. Um, oh man, I gotta update the thumbnail and all that too once I get off because I have a thumbnail for Wombo. Let's see, can I even manage this stream or not? Oh, I can edit the stream. Hold on, let me edit. I have the title. There we go. I can add the thumbnail now. All right, come on, open the thumbnail. Yeah, you're gonna see a thumbnail of my dad in airplanes. That's gonna be funny. Because literally, I was planning to make a video this evening of me talking to him about his Florida, like him living in Florida, and I was gonna have him like fighting an alligator. But yeah, he literally was like calling me up saying, "Oh, you need to frantically call me as soon as possible because I gotta take care of this project. I need some resolution with this project." I'm like, "What kind of project you working on?" And then he starts going on about working at an airport. Maxer says, I have so much homework to do because I couldn't go to school to do stuff. Oh, because of the surgery, the eye surgery? I imagine you probably had to take a day off from school, and that's probably what is, yeah, what's taking you, giving you the work and all that. I know how that's like because I remember, I want to say back in elementary school, I was sick for like a week. I didn't go to school for a week, and they gave me this huge like packet of papers and stuff for me to work on, and that was crazy, especially at having to do that at a young age, with all the I think it was like mainly math homework, and then like I got more stories about my dad, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing a another poll because I did a poll on the community tab on YouTube, and I can screen share right quick what I'm talking about. Let me go to entire screen here, and I'm going to show you all. There we go. I was doing a poll on the community tab, and within the community tab, there was. All right, let me get to Thai Company. I don't know why it's taking forever to load. It's being really slow. All right, come on now. There we go. So on the Thai Company tab, on the community page, there was a vote or a poll on what topics to take to cover. For example, like happy 2024 New Year's, we're going to try out this new poll test to see what you all would like for the channel to cover in the live stream. And when I did this beginning of January, everybody voted for family stories. And I did do a couple of friend stories. I didn't do any work stories, but I've been focusing on family live streams here. Let's see. Maxer says, yeah, I have science and math homework, so also social studies. Yeah, that's a lot. It's 3 different subjects there. But yeah, I was in, yeah, I've been doing a couple of dad live streams, like Sped Dad yells at me to call him. Sped Dad housing history, and then his obsession over fast food. The Krispy Kreme story is sort of a story that I tried getting out of him, but he didn't remember any of it, which sucked. But I was able to get a little, like, he told me the story about the Krispy Kreme a few years back, and I was trying to get more information out of him regarding that, but he didn't remember a thing, which is unfortunate. And then I know I did a few, yeah, because I didn't do anything since the warehouse story. That was probably the biggest recent one, and that one's almost at 60 views now. And that was an hour and a half long. But yeah, we were talking about all of those like recent developments here. So let's see. Maxer says, "I've never been able to go to those live streams. LOL. I'm so sorry. I don't know what much is going on." Well, to kind of give you the recent update. So he was having these weird. Well, first beginning of January, he was having these like delusion and hallucinations kind of going on where he was saying, "Oh, I'm fighting special agents in a library. I need you to call this special task force because we have to protect some books at a library. They're going to set the library on fire." "Oh no, there's a bus at the end of the road. We got to go save the kids off the bus at the road. Go call up the command force." Like this nonsense. And then like a week or two after he had this episode where he was calling me in the middle of the night, he um we were having these conversations, calling me up a few times saying that, my woman or his caretaker, well, not even like an official caretaker, it's a lady he met back during the senior center where my grandmother or his mom was living at. And he had befriended this lady and he had like brainwashed her to him and her having some like a relationship more or less. And what happened there was he basically moved in with the lady, and then a few years after that, like around 2021 or 22 or so, he brainwashed or convinced the lady to sell her house, sell her car, and them to move into like in a senior center or adult living facility. um, and she was basically paying the rent for both of them to stay there. But because he's been having these like weird like dementia episodes, um, we, or rather his uncles, or my uncles or his brothers, uh, are trying to get him into like a memory care unit, um, and see if that helps with this dementia or hallucination stuff that's going on. Um, which we don't know if it will work or not. We hope we're optimistic that it will help, um, and we'll see how that goes. But it's just we were having some funny episodes with him saying, "Oh, I need to find this house for me and my woman to live with," and that's what he was referring to this lady. Um, "Me and my woman" was his like phrase, and he came up with this crazy idea that he was going to move into a warehouse in Charlotte because my uncle was planning on maybe doing a project where he would like buy and sell chemicals, paints, and like chemistry stuff out of a warehouse. And my dad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna live in this warehouse with my woman, and they're going to build a freaking like bedroom somewhere in this warehouse, and they're going to live there," which just sounds, almost utterly insane, right? But that was just like he was dead set on that, and that's why I made the warehouse live stream because we were talking about that with him. And uh, from there, he kind of calmed down with the housing, and he's like forgot about when he was going to move to the memory care unit, and he kind of like was in and out of that idea of, "Well, I'm going to move, but I don't know when I'm going to move," because he didn't know if it was like tomorrow or a week later or next month, and he kind of like forgot about it and also didn't care. um and that's when I decided to start doing these like, let me get some history out of him, let me start talking about maybe where he used to live and kind of give a backstory of what led up to where he's at now, which I kind of did with the housing history video live stream from yesterday. And but this new second episode of him going crazy about freaking airports and mowing the lawn at the airports, walking 5 miles to the airport. Oh, I was on a plane once. I flew once over here to there, and then I came back. That kind of crazy stuff. But yeah, that's literally what he was kind of on about. And that's kind of what's been going on today. And then, what I've been covering for the last few live streams. So that's been fun. Otherwise, what else has been going on? I can kind of cover how the channel's doing right now. We're at 1,320 something subscribers, so we are still growing, which is awesome. We are also, let's see, yeah, 1,320. We kind of stopped doing the Roblox Super Smash Bros. Videos. We're trying to get some more content for that right now, and we're taking a small break. But the Roblox Super Smash Bros. Character Fighters videos is over 1,300 views, which is awesome because right now our goal is to try to monetize the channel, and we're at the 1,000 subscriber goal or benchmark that YouTube has. So once we've hit that, the next task is to get 4,000 watch hours, and we were at at one point we were at 1,000, and then it dropped because of the 365-day time frame that they have with YouTube. And that's probably back when we were doing the Backrooms videos, and that's when Backrooms was popular, which was a year ago. But yeah, it went down to 140 something, and then it dropped to 137, and now it's going back up again. Yesterday it was at 143. Today it went down to 142 for some reason. And so we're hoping that maybe with the more Smash Bros. Residual views that come in, that might help bring up the views a little bit more. Otherwise, we're going to be focusing on both shorts, videos, and live streams. And, the shorts are going to be standard, but we're going to try our best to make longer videos where we can. But we do have some limitations. And that's also part of the reason why the live streams we've been trying to do longer live streams. They used to be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but now we're trying to push for half hour, 45-minute stuff, which you can kind of see in a few of the live streams. So that's kind of what been more recent work here. That's a big project we have been working on right now, Maxer. It's a tough project, of course, but we have made the subscriber goal, thankfully. It did take a year or so, right? Because we started in 2022 on this channel. We did have previous Thigh Company channels. We had a Thigh Company channel that had 13,000 subscribers at one point, or almost 14,000. And what ended up happening was that we made $150 off the channel, and then YouTube shut down the channel because of people claiming that it was spam or something really weird. And we tried to appeal the decision, and then YouTube never got back to us, and they just shut down that channel, which was really crazy back then. But yeah, that's what was going on. So, but this is pretty much the second attempt, and this has been the most successful of the second attempts. We did try one point, and they were not happy with the content, and then we had to start over again with what we have currently. But yeah, that's what we've been doing, because we started off on Thigh Company doing drawing videos, and then we switched to gaming, and then we kind of stuck with Roblox. And then now we're doing Roblox where we can, and then the live streams. And then we would like to do a lot more stuff on the channel, but the problem is I have a laptop I have to sell. That's on eBay. Once I get that to sell, and it's I think $100 now. I dropped the price on it. But once that sells, we will continue trying to get some more funds, because I got what I call a fund that's around 1,200, 1,500, give or take, that I'm trying to kind of collect based off of eBay sales collectively for whatever sells. and then from that we'll get a desktop computer and we can get back to doing the regular gaming live streams that we used to do all the time on the channel. um, YouTube's moderation is not that great. Yeah, there are a lot of issues that we've been facing with the last few years. But on this channel, as far as I can tell, we had one video. So the one time this channel got in trouble was um from like an Alex Jones video. Uh, I say I have to go right quick. I don't know, GTGRQ. But yeah, because the issue was that we had, if you know who Alex Jones is with Infowars, you may know why YouTube is very against that content. And we had a video from that, and YouTube like took the video down and gave us like a warning or strike for that one video, and that was on the channel for forever. And we were trying to get that warning or strike down, and we finally eventually got it to where they will take it down, but they will only take it down like somewhere towards the end of February, even though that video was over 2 years ago. So that's how crazy that all that is. Um, like YouTube doesn't want to play around with stuff that's like what they deem as bad content, even though there's mixed opinions on that. Um, so that's kind of why we've been sticking with gaming videos because that seems to be safe on YouTube. Um, and this form of content seems to be fine so far. All right, we're getting some emojis coming in. Do like that. But yeah, we've been having a few weird things going on with the hours because we have the subscriber count has been great. It's been continuously going up and up each day, but the view out like the hours or view hours has been very strange because like YouTube decided not to count hours watched with shorts, but they will count the view count on the shorts. But if you want to make money off of shorts, you have to get like 10 million views on shorts within a 90-day period, which is extremely difficult to do. Like for me to be able to do that, I would have to have probably, I would have to have, short videos that are in the millions or like half million at least. And the most viewed short I have is the DJ Khaled short that's like 167, but that's over a year ago. So that I don't think they'll even count that. And for me to, I guess, even have a chance, I would have to have on a regular basis shorts that probably have over, oh God, well, let's see what 10 million divided by 90 is. That's kind of like how you would, let's see, 10,000, 100, a million, 10 million, right? I think I have that math correct. I'm doing some math here on my computer. 10 million divided by 90 is 111,000. Yeah, you would have to have probably 200,000 views shorts on a regular basis. All right, welcome Slay. Welcome to the live. Glad to have you here. I think you may have possibly missed out on the phone calls I was having with my dad about him having hallucinations of him working at an airport. He was like, "Oh, I work at an airport. I'm part of the airfield maintenance team, mowing lawns," and the guy doesn't even get out of his house, let alone work on a freaking an airfield of some airport. And he keeps like saying, "Oh, there's an airfield here. There's an airfield there." So that's what's been crazy about the recent things here. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching today's live stream. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and we'll see you all on the next show. Take care, guys.